Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I'm bringing you a tag video. So the tag is handbag deal breakers, and this tag, I was tagged by Kat L. I also think she might have created it, but I might be wrong. So if I am wrong, I will let you know who created it if I can figure it out down below. So this tag is for us, as we've learned as being luxe lovers, what does and does not work for us on a handbag. And as you guys know, a luxury handbag, regardless if you're going from Coach, Dooney and Burke level all the way up to Hermes, is very expensive and is definitely an investment for your wardrobe. So there are times when you'll buy something because you think it's going to work and it doesn't. And then from that you learn and you move on. And if you're lucky, you sell it, or if you're like me and you're really sentimental and you don't like sell anything except for like occasionally, I think in all my luxury handbag buying years, and I've been buying handbags since I was 18. So 10 years, guys. I have maybe sold 10 bags because I get attached to them and then I cannot let them go. But regardless, I have learned what does and does not work for me. So number one, and I brought this up in my YSL review of my Lulu, not my toy Lulu, my regular Lulu, which I'll link up above, is a back pocket. If that bag had a back pocket, it would be perfect. Honestly, I need some sort of outside pocket or a back pocket. There are times when I'm willing to forego that, maybe because of the style of bag or the price point, such as this little bag right here does not have a back pocket. But most of the time I want a back pocket, especially now as I'm buying more bags and I have a bigger collection. I want things that are really going to work for me, and I'm only going to compromise if it's really worth it for me. Bags without back pockets, like I will look at them. For example, I love the Hermes Constance. I think it's beautiful. I think it's like a stunning bag. I love the H on the front. I love the size. And I actually like the bigger size that doesn't go crossbody because I'm not a super big crossbody person, but it does not have a back pocket. The vintage one does have a back pocket, and so I actually love the vintage 23 centimeters, and I've been looking for a while actually online Preloved for a vintage one in good condition and at a good price point. So back pocket, definitely number one for me. Number two, the weight of the bag. So for me, I do have back problems. I competitively played golf in high school and before high school, and from repeated motion, stuff like that, have some back problems. And so I am very bad. I routinely put a billion things in my tote bags and carry them around and really annoy my back doctors. So when I'm buying a bag that I'm going to use casually, I try to buy a bag that is not very heavy, which is why I have the Chanel single flaps instead of the double flaps in the bigger sizes. I just find that, you know, even the flap will definitely make a difference, and if there's an alternative version that is lighter, I will go with that. I do have some bags like that come to mind that I have not gotten rid of and really like, but are heavy. Like I have the Gucci Dionysus in the medium size. It does have a back pocket, but it is very heavy. So that's definitely something to consider, and something I really have to weigh the factors. Like, is this bag worth the weight? Or should I try to find like a lighter alternative, which might be an older version, such as the single flap with Chanel, or a smaller size, which is going to be lighter. Just something to consider, and that I always try to consider when looking at bags. Next would be, if a bag has feet, it should stand. And I'm looking at you, Fendi Peekaboo, that is not the mini size. Any other size besides the mini size falls over eventually. It loses its structure, it has feet, and it does not seem to matter. That is a super big pet peeve of mine. I know Kat L brought this up. For her, it applies to like almost all bags, but for me, it's just if a bag has feet and seems like it should stand up. So she brought up the Gucci Marmont. For me, that falling over is not a big deal for me because it doesn't have feet and I never expected it to stand up. I would lay it flat or like hang it on the back of a chair if I'm out somewhere. But something like the Fendi Peekaboo that has feet and looks to be a structured bag, when it falls over and can't stand up on its own without me like repeatedly trying to like set it down and like balance it and apparently knock over things behind me. This bag does not have feet, but it does stand. It is a vintage Chanel flat bag actually, in lambskin with the gold hardware. So nice appearance, thank you bag. But I just, if it has feet and it does not stand, I cannot deal with it. It drives me insane. Next is my two cell phones, which I don't have big cell phones. Like this is my bigger of the two, and this is the 11 Pro, not the max size, just the 11 Pro. If it does not fit in the handbag, it's a no for me. I do not want to put my phone in my pocket. Women's pockets aren't that big to begin with. I often am wearing like a suit or something where I don't even have pockets. And I have 2 cell phones because I have a work phone and a personal phone. So a bag needs to hold 2 cell phones. If the Gucci Super Mini can hold 2 cell phones, another bag can hold 2 cell phones, guys. That bag is tiny and it holds my 2 cell phones, car keys, and a small wallet / card holder. So needs to hold my 2 cell phones. I know there are a lot of really cute round bags out there and I'm very drawn to round bags, but no cell phone, no go. And I like really stick to that one. And lastly is leather type. I have ranted about this before in my unpopular luxury opinions video, which I will also link above and below, is I do not like leather that does not feel luxurious. So I do not like Saffiano leather. And I know people often get confused and think the Louis Vuitton monogram and the Damier Azur and the Damier Ben are leather. And they're like, those aren't very luxurious. No, those are canvas. That's a coated canvas. And I am okay with that because I buy a lot of those pieces for their durability. I have, off the top of my head, I can think of 4 Louis Vuitton totes and I rotate them out and I use them for work. And they have been in like a billion countries on a billion airplanes. Like, I mean, I take like over probably like 75 flights a year normally. So they're workhorses for me. So I'm okay with that. But like when I'm buying something like Prada and you have that Saffiano leather and it just doesn't feel luxurious and it's at that price point, I just don't like it. I want the lambskin. I want at least a leather that like feels good. And I know people often talk about, and we'll use this as an example. This is kind of a more textured leather for Celine. And this is the Celine Nano in the Amazon color. I did a reveal of this as well. This leather I'm okay with. It smells amazing, it feels amazing, and it feels luxurious. Might have something to do with that it is a suede interior, which you can see on the flap right here. And so it just makes the bag feel more luxurious versus when I pick up something in a Saffiano or other textured leathers, I just don't like it. And it doesn't feel like the price point and the leather type match, and I don't like that. So those are my 5 handbag deal breakers. I'm going to tag some of my lovely friends down below to do this tag as well. Thank you so much, Kat L, for tagging me in this. I have so many tag videos to do and catch up on, but this was one I was really excited about because I am very excited to find what works for me, and then to figure out, you know, what bags do and do not is kind of nice before you purchase them and spend all that money. Definitely will still be making mistakes, definitely still like trends, definitely still disobey all but one of my rules. The cell phone rule is like a hard no for me. If it does not fit the phones, that bag is not being bought. But other than that, I bend them a little bit, and I think most of us luxury lovers do because we get bitten by the, you know, the bug that's like, you need this bag, and then regardless of what you know does and does not work for you, you buy it. So if you guys want to see more tag videos, more reveals, more comparisons, more handbag reviews, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is about twice a week. If you want to see how I style my bags, please make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and my blog, which are all linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.